This fall, we will be starting the transition from classes.alaska.edu to Blackboard's Ultra Based Navigation. I am going to let Jake Webb from Blackboard introduce this new navigation system to you.
Yep, and Jake Webb, Senior Solutions Engineer here at Blackboard. I've been with the company for a little bit over 7 years, but in the education technology space for a little bit over 12 now. When it comes to the navigation experience, we've done a lot of visual research. We've also taken some of the research by a group called Nielsen and Norman Group. They're a big UX firm. And what they've done essentially is have done a lot of visual eye tracking to see how users interact with software. Where do their eyes naturally go? And for many users, it's top to bottom, left to right, just like you would read a book. And so that's why with this new interface, we have all of our core navigational elements on the left-hand side here. People will typically naturally go to that left-hand side, just like they would with reading a book. And so that's why we put it over there. We actually announced or showed this design in about 2014, and then another LMS copied it in 2015. And so, anytime there's, copying, it's just, it's a compliment. Really, we really want to make it as easy as possible for users to get in and find what they're looking for. And so they have one-click access to their courses, organizations, calendar, messages, grades, essentially everything that you would need to work on your courses or facilitate or manage them. Everything is right here on the left-hand side. Makes it very easy for new users to adopt Blackboard. Also makes it very easy for existing users to come in and be able to find what they're looking for. And that was very much an intentional part of our design process. Now, not only that, we've learned a lot, as users are making use of social media and different types of applications online to connect with friends and family and things of that. We really wanted to provide a similar experience, but from an academic perspective. And so when users log into Blackboard, they're going to be able to access what we call the activity stream. And this is going to do two things. It's going to keep them informed of everything that's going on across their courses or any organizations or clubs that they're part of, but it's also going to let them know anything that they need to complete or work on. So we'll see there's a couple of activities here that are due within the next couple of days or even today as well. And so as a learner, as soon as I log into Blackboard, Blackboard's giving me some direction, help setting me up for success by letting me know what it is I need to work on this week, or if there's anything I need to turn in today. And this is going to be anything related to your courses or organizations that you're affiliated with. So it's a news feed, and a news feed that's really built from an academic perspective. And all these notifications, while they're great, we all know that not all of our users are certainly going to want to log in to see what it is that they exactly need to do. And so we all have preferences when it comes to being communicated with. And so Blackboard can, each individual user can adjust their notifications. So if they want to receive notifications about, new items that they need to grade as an instructor, or maybe a grade has been posted for a student, we can come in here and fine tune those settings. So if we have a preference for email, SMS text notification, or if they've downloaded our mobile app, push notifications, that way they can receive them right there on their phone. So there's lots of options for users to be able to stay informed of what's going on inside of the Blackboard platform in relation to their courses in any clubs or organizations that they're a part of. A couple of other things that we've done is really help improve things is really around the calendar. The calendar is something that students really like as the due dates view. And essentially what this does is takes all of the due dates across all of the courses that you're enrolled in and puts it in one place. You can think of it as a master syllabus. So students have one place to be able to see everything that they need to turn in from all across all of their courses in one place. It makes it really easy for them to find. And of course, they could go into the monthly view to see what's kind of upcoming or anything that they need to turn in for this week. But what a lot of students love, and faculty as well, is the ability to share this to an external calendar. So if you're an Office 365 school or a G Suite school, or even if a student just using the personal calendar on their phone, whether it's Gmail or the Apple Calendar, they can easily copy this URL and subscribe to it. So all of their due dates across all of their courses will just automatically feed into their personal calendar. And that's great, especially if you're a non-traditional student You'll be able to see your work life, personal life, and academic life all in one calendar app. You don't have to go log into Blackboard to see this information. Something else that we've done with the calendar too is that it might sound simple, but we do support hyperlinks within the calendar events. Not all learning management systems support that. And so while it is something simple, it's a lot better than having to copy that URL and then paste it into the URL bar to join a Zoom session or even a Collaborate session for some of those other systems. So the calendar does support hyperlinks built into it. And just makes it easier for students and faculty to get into those sessions if there's a virtual component made available to it. And then we do have some updates that we've made to the courses page. By default, the page will be a list view here, but you can go to the more visually appealing card tile layout here. And so there's nice improvements where, as faculty, if they have a long list of courses, they can easily favorite courses, and those are going to show up here at the top. So it's very easy for faculty and students to access those. But Mona, as you were sharing about your usage of institutional hierarchy, or maybe even the terms functionality, you could put in some buckets here. So if faculty or students just want to see their 2020 summer courses or their 2020 spring courses, they could come in here and filter those options, and it cleans up that list, makes it a lot more manageable for them. We've also done a lot with the messaging tool, and we've made it also really easy for users to send messages right here within the interface. So as they start a new message, Blackboard's going to give some hints or some suggestions on who you might want to reach out to. And so it might be all course members. So if you want to do kind of an announcement, that's a quick, easy way to do it. Or if you just want to reach out to a particular student or your instructor, you'll be able to see the instructor's name highlight here under the list. But we can go ahead and select that user, and then we have access to a full rich text editor. So all of the formatting options, if you want to make something bold, italicize, underline it, add some color, you're going to have a full rich text editor. Not a lot of learning management systems have that. A lot of them just default to plain text. And the most that they allow you to do is add a file attachment. But you have a full rich text editor, and you can also embed multimedia and different sources of content directly into the editor right here from this interface. And what's nice about it is that students are going to be able to see this message not only inside of Blackboard, but they'll also receive it via email or text message or push notification based off of their preferences. So while they, as we know, sometimes students, they just never check their email, and that can be a concern for faculty, especially if they're communicating key important details. Well, the instructor can have confidence knowing that at least the student, if they don't check their email, they are going to get it via text message or through push notifications. They're going to receive those messages based off of where they're at and where how they've configured their notifications within the system. But truly, the biggest thing is usability. We've taken a look at our workflows in Original. We've taken a look workflows in Canvas and Brightspace, and really tried to do our best to provide something that is definitely going to be an improvement, that's going to provide a compelling experience for faculty and students. Not only that, we really want to make sure that as users adopt this new platform, it's easy for them to adopt. And so we have support built right in. So wherever you are within the system, let's say if you're in the messages tool, you can just click on the little help icon, click Blackboard help. And so it's going to take you to all of our help documentation related to the messages feature, because that's where you were in the systems. It's context sensitive. And more often than not, you can watch a quick video on how to use that functionality. If I was in the calendar tool and I clicked on Blackboard help, it would take me to all of the calendar functionality and documentation. It makes it really easy for me to get familiar with the platform. We even include a chat bot. So we have some artificial intelligence. You can ask it a question and it will go and find you the answer that you're looking for. So if you're not sure how to submit an assignment or use the grading tool, it will go and find the knowledge-based articles for you to help bridge that gap.
Ultra-based navigation will be enabled in the Blackboard test system on September 7th, and then from the 7th till October 15th, faculty and staff have the opportunity to go in and test and give feedback. And then a decision will be made if we're going with the system, and if everything is yes, Then on December 17th, we will be switching over, which is the Friday after grades are due.